Amsterdam, July 1942. The world is at war, and for a spirited 13-year-old girl named Anne Frank, her world is shrinking. She receives a diary for her birthday, a simple red checkered book she names Kitty. But this is not an ordinary gift. It is a prelude to vanishing. The Nazi occupation of the Netherlands has tightened its grip. Yellow stars, banned parks, seized bicycles, the noose of persecution tightens around the Jewish community. For the Frank family, a summons from Margot, Anne's older sister, to report for labor service in Germany is the final signal. They must disappear. They vanish into a hidden apartment, the Secret Annex, behind Otto Frank's office at 263 Prinsengracht. The entrance is concealed by a movable bookcase. For 2 years, Anne, her parents Otto and Edith, her sister Margot, and 4 others, the Van Pels family and dentist Fritz Pfeffer, live in a suspended animation of fear. Their survival depends on the courage of their helpers. Otto's employees Miep Gies, Johannes Kleiman, Victor Kugler, and Bep Voskoil. These brave men and women risked their own lives daily to bring food, news, and slivers of the outside world to the 8 souls in hiding. In the annex, time is measured in whispers and dread. They cannot flush a toilet during the day. They cannot speak above a murmur. They live in constant terror of the warehouse workers below, a burglary that rattles them to their core, and the ever-present threat of the Grün Polizei. In her diary, Anne's world defiantly expands. Kitty becomes her confidant. She documents the crushing boredom, the fierce clashes of 8 personalities under unbearable pressure, her fraught relationship with her mother, her annoyance with the others, her budding romance with Peter Van Pels. But she also writes with an astonishing depth about her dreams of becoming a writer, her observations on human nature, her fear, and her unshakable hope. I still believe, in spite of everything, that people are truly good at heart, she writes in July 1944, a testament to a spirit the walls could not contain. On the morning of August 4, 1944, after 761 days in hiding, the unthinkable happens. Led by SS officer Karl Silberbauer, Dutch police raid the annex, likely following a tip from an informant whose identity remains debated to this day. The bookcase is swung open. There is no escape. They are arrested, their valuables and scattered pages of Anne's diary scooped into a briefcase. Miep Gies later risked her life to retrieve the diary from the floor, hoping to return it to Anne one day. The 8 are processed through the brutal machinery of the Holocaust, the Westerbork transit camp, then the nightmare cattle car transport to Auschwitz-Birkenau. At arrival, the men and women are separated. Otto Frank is torn from his family forever. Anne, Margot, and their mother, Edith, are stripped, shaved, and tattooed with numbers. Edith Frank dies of starvation and despair in Auschwitz in January 1945. In late October 1944, as the Soviet army advances, Anne and Margot are among thousands of women selected for transfer to the Bergen-Belsen concentration camp in Germany. Conditions here are a new circle of hell. A typhus epidemic rages through the starving, freezing population, fueled by rampant squalor. It is here, in the early spring of 1945, that the sisters succumb. First, Margot, then, a few days later, Anne Frank. She dies of typhus, utterly alone, just weeks before British troops liberated the camp. Her body, like Margot's, was likely cast into one of the camp's mass graves. She was 15 years old. Of the 8 inhabitants of the Secret Annex, only Otto Frank survived the Holocaust. Returning to Amsterdam, a broken man, he was given Anne's saved diary by Miep Gies. He read his daughter's inner life for the first time, her brilliance, her pain, her profound hopes. He fulfilled her dream of becoming a writer. Published as The Diary of a Young Girl in 1947, Anne's words transcended the horror that consumed her. They became not merely a record of the Holocaust, but a universal chronicle of adolescence, a searing indictment of hatred, and a luminous, enduring testament to the resilience of the human spirit. Her voice, saved in a checked notebook, echoes through time, a powerful reminder of the life that was and the warning that must never be forgotten.